Good morning. Just a quick one. Just a quick one. Ooh, my queen. Good morning, Mom and Jado TV. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining me from. My name is Choice. In this channel, all I do is talk on celebrity gist, trending matter, everything that is trending on social media. I bring it right here on this channel. So if you're just coming across my channel for the very first time, do not forget to hit the subscribe button, number one, turn on the bell notification, number two, like and share, number three, so you can become a warrior in this channel. Thank you everyone for joining me. How are you all doing? Please like and share, as YouTube are too slow to give notification. We really do not know why YouTube are too slow to give notification, especially when it comes to live streaming. Live streaming, it's a very difficult niche to buy, but I love it. I feel like I am good when it comes to live streaming because I want to interact with you all, talk to you. It will look as if we are talking to each other, but live streaming is not for everybody. Live streaming is not for everybody, you know. So thank you everyone for joining me. Updates, things are happening. No, I don't know if you people read the topic before you join in. Mhm. But things is really going on. My people, what is this generation turning into? What is this generation turning into? I don't know if you remember the video I did concerning a 20 years old boy, 100 level boy, that kidnapped, because I have two updates of this video, that kidnapped a 100 level student biology student in Lokoja, and took her to the uncompleted building. Then, after cutting off her life, after she kpai the girl on live tar, he now removed all the vital organs like the eyes, the tongue, the private part, the breast, all the vital organs. So, I did a video and I was saying that this particular boy of 20 years cannot do it alone. There must be people that backed him up to be able to do these things. How can a 20 years old boy know the parts of the vital part? How can a 20 years old boy know where the womb is being, know where the womb is in a human body? How to remove the womb from the private part, cut off the private part, cut off the eyes, remove the tongue and breast. A 20 years old 100 level student. So I was saying that day on my live stream that this boy cannot do it alone. There must be people around, like people that have a medical history, and big people around that can help him do those things. So I bring you updates where the 20 years old boy confess to the police after arrest on how he did it alone. Because the boy went ahead to say that he was the one that did it. But on that video I played the last time, he said he did not remove the vital organs from this girl. But he kidnapped the girl, took the girl to uncompleted building, and started to remove every vital organs from this girl. So it was really strange. But then let us listen to what he has to say. After the police arrested him, he has this to say.
So we started started chatting to her. I told her whenever she's free,
Hold on.
she should let me know. So I already had it on mind that I'm talk to her. I collected her phone number. So we started chatting. So I told her whenever she's free, she should let me know. So I already had it on mind that I'm going to use $10. So I bought codeine as ritual. So I bought codeine.
Beautiful people, what he's trying to say is that he already had in mind, this 20 years old boy already had in mind that he's going to use this 19 years old girl, Damilola, for money ritual. So he went to Damilola as if he was toasting Damilola, as if he want a relationship from Damilola. Then, during the time of discussing, telling Damilola sweet, sweet things, oh, that, he went ahead to tell Damilola that, can we go to my house? And then he had a drink where he poured codeine inside the drink. He took out of the codeine to let Damilola comfortable so that Damilola can trust him that you can drink out of this, out of the juice, out of the drink. So Damilola followed him. Let's listen. Oh, why now? Hold on, guys. Trying to take the video back.
To her, I collected her phone number. So we started chatting. So I told her whenever she's free, she should let me know. So I already had it on mind that I'm going to use $10. So I bought codeine as ritual. So I bought codeine and Sprite and mixed it up. So I gave it to her because I first drank it so that it makes it not look like I mixed something inside. So I told her she should follow me so that we should go over to my place. So when I get close to my house where I live, there was an uncompleted building. So we kneeled on the wall. We were just talking. So gradually, she's feeling weak. Gradually. So I took her to the uncompleted building. So I strangled her to death. The knife I used to remove the part of her body, which is the eyes, tongue, lungs, intestine, and some part of her ass. So I put inside the calabash and I wrap it. So I give it to the driver, which he sent from Ibadan here to Lokoja. So he will be it back to Ibadan. The operation of the State Intelligence Department.
So did you people listen? Like the confession. Right now, listening to this brutal young boy, a 20 years old boy, confessing to the actor, he strangled this girl. After giving the girl codeine, he strangled the girl and then use knife to remove all the vital organs like the tongue, the eye, the private part, the womb, the breast of this young lady. After he was the one that operated it, he removed it and gave it to the driver to take to Ibadan from Lokoja. It was for money ritual. My beautiful people, the question is, 20 years old boy, this life is finished. God, can this world just end? Like this video for me. 20 years old boy have the mind. First, is a drug addict. He has started taking codeine. Have the mind to go and toast a girl. After toasting the girl, he now used codeine to put in the girl's in the drink. Told the girl to follow him home. Going to his house, he saw an all-completed building and said, okay, I cannot operate this thing in my house. Let us stay in this all-completed building. The girl started drinking because he has tested out of the drink. So the girl felt comfortable drinking also. He took the girl to the completed building, and then the girl was drinking out of the drink, which was poisoned with codeine. And then the girl started to feel dizzy and weak. He said immediately the girl fell asleep, he strangled her. After strangling her to unlife her, then he brought out knife and he started to remove all the vital organs of this girl. After removing the vital organs of this girl, he now packaged it and put it inside a calabash. Give it to the driver. That means the driver is on standby, waiting for him to operate and to unlife this girl, take the vital part and give it to him to go to Ibadan from Lokoja. Are you people getting the gist? That means to say, this boy of 20 years, maybe this is not the first time he is doing this kind of thing, because with his explanation, he did not make mistake on removing the vital organ, and he did not make mistake on how to unlife the girl. He first poisoned the girl's drink with codeine and then strangle her to buy, and then start to remove the vital organ with knife. If it's his first time, he will not be able to do it perfectly. But he did it perfectly and then wrap it into the calabash, according to him, for money ritual. 20 years old boy already have a mind to do that. Let's continue. I'm not going to talk on this.
She should let me know. So I already had it on mind that I'm going to use terminal. So I bought codeine and ritual. So I bought codeine and Sprite and mixed it up. So I gave it to her because I first drank it, so it made it not look like I mixed something inside. So I told her she should follow me, so that we should go over to my place. So when I get close to my house where I live, there was an uncompleted building. So we kneeled on the wall. We were just talking. So gradually, she's feeling weak. Gradually. So I took her to the uncompleted building. So I strangled her to death. The knife I used to remove the part of her body, which is the eyes, tongue, lungs, intestine, and some part of her ass. So I put it inside the calabash and I wrap it. So I give it to the driver, which he sent from Ibadan here to Lokoja. So he will be back to Ibadan.
The operation of the State Intelligence Department led to the arrest of 3 others.
On 4th of September,
so they arrested 3 people more.
Met the deceased Abigail Adamelola under his law. At first, he pretended as if he told her he liked her, and how at the process, after much talking, he lured her into an apartment, and before then, he gave her a drink. And unfortunately, unknowingly to her, inside the drink, he has already put some codeine. And I also used this medium to call on the parent as well as the student that they should be aware of people they see around.
The police is promising to prosecute all the suspects after investigation is completed.
So you can now see that the boy is a pro when it comes to buying somebody. It is not his first time. Then after this confession, I also saw, hey, this life is finished. This life. May God protect our children. I also saw on social media where a 16 years old boy kidnapped a 4 years. Hi, Fina Kitchen, how you doing? Good to see you. Like this video. Kidnapped a 4 years old neighbor, chop off the part of his body, supply to a man for 50,000 naira. Ha! Now, so the country can't take worse like this. I don't understand. Ade, what is happening to this society? What is going on in our society, in Nigeria in particular? First, it was a 20 years old boy, and now a 16 years old boy. 16 years. Thank you so much, Tolu, for the thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. Took the neighbor's child of 4 years, buy her, and start to chop every part, every vital part of the body. Supply it to a man for 50,000 naira. That is less than 25,000. I mean, that is less than 30 euro or 30 euro for full body. 16 years old. Please, oh, what, how can a 16 years old have the mind, and how can a 16 years old be able to unlife, not through fights, unlife the person, chop up all the vital parts? How can a 16 years old be, who brainwashed a 16 years old to be able to do that? First, it was 20 years old confessing to the act that it chopped off every vital after giving the girl codeine, unlife her, remove all the vital organs, and supply it to the man that took it to Ibadan. Now, another one again. Let me read it. Another one again. So I'm going to read it. A 16 years old teenager identified as Aziz Tajuddin in Janiki area of Lagos lured his 4 years old neighbor Ibrahim to a primary school and killed him for 50,000 ransom. 50,000 naira. Aziz Tajuddin was said to have stabbed and strangled the victim. He removed his intestines, kidney, cut off his manhood. According to Aziz, a man named Osho has approached him and asked him to give him fresh human parts, and he would pay 50,000 naira in return. Please, when this Osho man approached this teenager to do things like this, that is going to give him 50,000, do you think he didn't use jazz or bewitched him to be able to do it? What do you people think? Is it a normal eye? Was he manipulated? Was he manipulated? Let me know in the comment section. Was he manipulated or brainwashed to be able to do that? I don't understand. I don't understand what is really going on in this world. What is really happening in this world? Good morning to you, Emilia. How are you doing? Good to see you. Please like my video. Who is giving these children mind? What's even happening in that country? I know there is always crime all over the world. But right now, teenagers are now beginning to know what is money ritual, involving themselves in money ritual. Are we going to blame this on the government? What is this world turning into? 16 years, 20 years, unlifing a full human being, taking vital parts of their body for money ritual. What does 16 years and 20 years know about money? A 20 years old and a 16 years old automatically become rich. Parents will now welcome them and say they have made money. Or the parent is supposed to say, where did you get this money from? How did you make it? But these days, Nigerian African parents, they will embrace you, not knowing where the money comes from, not knowing how the children make the money. I think right now, parents are failing their children. I'm not talking about you and me. I am talking about the failed parents. I was watching one video on Instagram where a mother came on a live show, a dating site. When she came on this dating site, she said she came to the dating site to look for a boyfriend for her 23 years old daughter. She told her 23 years old daughter to join her on the dating site, on the hookup program, to look for a boyfriend for her 23 years old daughter. She was not telling the 23 years old daughter to say exactly what she need from a boy. And people on the comment section on Instagram were complimenting the mother, telling the mother that she's doing well, that at least 23 years old is an adult. I want to ask a question. How can a mother go to a hookup program to sell her daughter, a 23 years old, that has a brighter future, a long time to be able to look for a man, to be able to see a suitor? Hi, Jessica Osas, please like this video for me. God bless you, man. A 23 years old girl have so much time to enter into relationship. She's not 25, she's not 27, she's not 28, she's not 30. The mother went on a hookup program, a live show on Legge Miami's show. If you know Legge, it does show on TikTok. Went to the TikTok program and said she's here to look for a boyfriend for her daughter of 23 years. And people were clapping for her. That is a failed mother. That is a failure of a mother. People were saying in the comment section, oh, she did amazing. Her daughter is 23 years old. How can you come on a hookup program to look for a boyfriend for a 23 years old? A vibrant girl that still have time to enter a relationship. When we were 23, we could not open our mouth to tell our parents that we have a boyfriend already. So you can see that parents are beginning to fail their children, not me and you, because we will never fail our children. Even that mother that went to a hookup program to announce her daughter that her daughter need a boyfriend, as a good mother, even if you know that your daughter is ashamed, is a shy person when it comes to relationship, a 23 years old, you don't need to put relationship in her head that moment. If she's not ready, she's not ready. People are beginning to have degree, set up their life as a young girl before entering marriage. Right now, marriage is not the number one priority for young girls now. Everyone is having a degree, going to school, becoming great, having to be independent, having to secure their future before embarking to start family, to engage, to start marriage. So you can see that parents are failing their children. So when you look at what is happening right now, like this video for me, please. When you look at what is happening right now, who gave a 20 years old boy the mind to go out there, look for a girl, toast the girl, approach the girl for relationship, light the girl to mix codeine? Please, 20 years old boy already taking codeine. If you don't know codeine, codeine is a medication that is being abused as a drug. When you overtake it, it's high you. Normally, it's a cough medicine, but it is not to be abused. So right now, some youth are abusing it, taking overdose. So this boy took the codeine and put it in a Sprite, gave it to this girl, lured the girl to uncompleted building. Esther, thank you for coming. Please like my video for me, please. Lured this girl to the uncompleted building and then waited for the codeine. He drank out of the codeine to make the girl feel comfortable. She started to sip the Sprite. And when she was sipping the Sprite, she felt dizzy. She fell asleep. She slept off. And the boy of 20 years old boy removed a knife. Struggled the girl first, unlived her. Then remove a knife and start to take every part of her organ. For a 20 years old boy to have that kind of mind, I want to tell you that the parents failed him. The parent failed him woefully. These are children that will come home with iPhone 15 Pro Max and the parent will not ask, where did you get it from? We can see our youngest back home, coming home with money, millions of naira. I watched an interview where a 17 years old girl was having an interview, telling the host of the interview that my boyfriend always give my mother money. They know that I am dating this boy. They said, what phone are you? iPhone 14. A child will bring those kind of things back home. You as a mother, you will welcome it. You will accommodate it. A child will come home because you have failed as a parent. It is now your teenager child that is now feeding you, paying a school fees, also feeding the children that you born to. That means the children of taking responsibility of your job. Thank you for subscribing, Victor. Good to see you. Taking responsibility of your job as a parent. As a parent, it is your responsibility to take care of your children, whether you are doing farm work, it no concern economy. You born them, you give birth to them, you are supposed to take responsibility. So any children that is doing all those things, buying people for money ritual to sell their parts, believe me, I am blaming the parents 100%. They have failed them. There is a saying, charity begins at home. When a child is not being pressured, when a child is not being compared to others, we have seen parents, a failure of a parent that will say, look at your mates. He or she is the one feeding their parent too. Look at your mate. He just bought a car. Look at your mate. He's now in the university sponsoring himself or herself. Parents compare their children with other children. But you parents doing the comparison, is your mate not Dangote? Is your mate not Otedola? Is your mate not Alakija? Is your mate not all those wealthy people you used to compare? What happened to your life? What happened to your own life as a parent? A boy of 20. We also have a boy of 16 years. 16 years on lifing somebody and removing every vital part. Sold the part for 50,000 naira. Good morning, Mama. We need to go back to our roots. We are failing our kids. Lorenzo, thank you for coming. Like this video for me. Let me use this opportunity to appreciate my parents. Although I am still living with some trauma, and the trauma that I am living with is how they were so strong to raise me, like the trauma of beating. But that was the way they thought they can help me to be able to discipline me. But I will not advise anyone to use the pattern our parents use. But do you know one thing that is making me to appreciate my parents is because I grew up in a moral standard. Knowing fully well that my parents, especially my father, because I lost my mother very young, knowing fully well that my father single-handedly raised us well, without us having to join bad gangs, without us having to join criminals, without us having to join all those things to damage our life. I want to applaud my parents. And you watching me, if you are in my generation, you grew up in my generation, I want you to applaud your parents. They did an amazing job. I remember in 2007, I don't big finish show, I don't be agbaya. Better agbalagba na be. Adults, I got some nice package. Phone, everything nicely. Do you know that my father told me to return it? I was using I think Motorola, that one with the long antenna. My father was the one that bought that one for me, and he told me, that is the phone I want you to use. Return it. I had to return it. It was a gift. I had to return it. That is parents. Hi, Celebrity Gist, how you doing? But these days, mothers are failing their daughters. Fathers are failing their sons. Children are going into Yahoo, becoming fraudster. Parents are aware of it. They even do prayers for some of the children to make money out of being fraud. Whatever the youth are doing right now, to be honest, beautiful people, warriors, I blame their parents. It's all their parents' fault. Zara, thank you for coming. Gist, please like the video for me, Celebrity Gist. I would really appreciate a thumbs up. And share if you can. What is going on? How can a 16 years old have a mind of taking life of someone for 50,000 naira? That is less than 30 euros. And you want to tell me that it is not the parents' fault? When he got that, imagine, assuming he was not caught and he succeeded in getting that 50,000 naira, he will take it home. A 16 years old coming home with 50,000 naira. As a father and mother, you will embrace it and you will cook soup with it. You will eat with it without saying, where did you get the money from? Where did you get the money from? We could hear a lot of rumors about Yahoo Plus, saying, oh, these young boys, they do Yahoo, Yahoo, Yahoo. During our sets, it was Ogbomo. You people know what is Ogbomo. I don't know if you remember. If you're in my generation, you will know Ogbomo. And the Ogbomo that time said, it not be like now, kidnapping, ritualists everywhere. Ogbomo, they use that they threaten us that time. Our parents will say, don't go this place, Ogbomo will carry you. But now, even in relationship, you are not safe. Even in marriage, you are not safe. Wife is hurting husband. Husband is hurting wife. Husband can decide to don't wake up in the morning and just take the life of the wife. We have seen it going on. Brothers, there is a video that circulated. I didn't do the live stream where a brother took the life of a sister for ransom. He called his own parents that they have kidnapped the sister, that they should bring money. And after everything, from his own parents. He was the one that kidnapped our own sister, his own sister, then called his own parents for ransom. They paid, in unlife the girl and bury her on a shallow grave. Amazing people. I think parents should do better. If it's garri you're frying or you're selling tomatoes, it is your responsibility to take care of the children. It is not of their responsibility to take care of you. In fact, they owe you nothing. You brought them to this life. You will take care of them. Children owe us nothing. If we are opportune to benefit from them, we should be grateful. And that is why we pray every day. We were going to eat the fruit of our labor and see our children's children. But don't put it in mind that they owe you something. You brought them to this life. You will raise them. It is not in their responsibility to feed you, to clothe you, to buy you car. Parents has really failed their children woefully. Parents have really failed their children. Can we all, according to Laranto, can we go back to the roots and make things right? Because when you look at this, sorry to say, I know poverty is something that me and you don't want to experience. But parents selling off their children because of food, mothers selling off their daughters to Libya to cross and come and do prostitution because of food. This is wrong. I think Africans' mistake was adapting the Western culture, especially our homes. This is really heartbroken. What is happening? Every day, our youth are going down in Africa, mostly my country, Nigeria. The future generation are going down. Let me bring a story again. A lot of updates every day. I'm going to read something for you again. Back to back updates. It is not today, tomorrow. This is back to back updates. This one is a 18 years old boy. Okay, the story is not in my phone anymore. 18 years old boy rape someone, use the person, and then unlife the person. What is entering the youth's life? What is going on? This is really sad and heartbroken. But I will continue to blame the parents. Some people say, oh, it's not their parents, so it's the streets. When a child is safe under the roof of the parents, when a child is comfortable and having the basic things as a child from the parents, it will not be involved in this kind of deadly activities. Even if we know that our children learn some certain things outside, but not for money ritual, not yahoo yahoo, not prostitution. Tom Todike wrote a statement, and I'm going to read it in my community tab just to encourage everyone raising their child alone as a single parent. Let me quickly go and read it. Africa need to stop copying the West. For how you doing? Especially, yes, especially. You are correct. You are very correct. Let me quickly read updates from a single mother, a celebrity single mother, using it to encourage everyone out there. So if you're a single mother, listen, or a single father, dear single mother, I do not have a manual for these things. Keep your family matter private. Nollywood actress Tom Todike writes a message to a love and concerned single mother and those aspiring to be. In a word, dear single mother, I do not have a manual for these things. I am neither a pro in this movement. My biggest teacher has to be love. I just let God do his thing, and his thing is enough for me. Draw strength from God. Most especially, keep your family matter private. The reason why I read this out is if you are a mother out there or a father out there raising your child alone. My father did it alone. My mother's life was cut short. He went to meet his maker very early at the age of 10. My father single-handedly raised us up. My father stayed more than 15 years before he got remarried. He had to remarry. He was a single father. He never divided us. He never separated us to say, oh, you go and stay with uncle. You go and stay with grandma. You go and stay with grandfather. He never did it. Only my father raised us alone. He considered to start a relationship all over again after 15 years. I was out of school. Every of my siblings were old enough. And I remember my father drew strength from God. I remember when I started having the first time I saw blood on my pants as a monthly flow. I ran to my father. Daddy, I don't know what happened to me. Oh, there is something coming out of my body. And my father sat me down and said, what is coming out? And my father checked me and said, oh, my daughter has become a woman now. I remember my father went to the bathroom, roll a tissue paper, tell me to go and take my shower. After I took my shower, he had to pass me the tissue paper and he instructed me on how to put it on my pants and wear it. And he said, my daughter, you will be seeing this every month. And please do not let any man touch your hand. He said, do not let any man or boy touch your hand. When any boy touch your hand, you will become a mother. That was what my father told me. And it stayed inside me. Immediately I put the tissue paper and the pad. He ran out to go and buy a Always sanitary pad. That time, Always is very expensive. That is the brand. A sanitary pad for me. And he said, this is what you will be using every month. This is, be expecting it every month. Do you know that? That's what my father told me. Do not allow any boy to touch your hand. It stays with me until I was in the university. Because I remember my father, every time I always say, don't let any boy touch you so you will not get pregnant. You will become a mother. I did not want to disappoint my father. Even when I found love, I liked somebody, I was afraid to be touched. Because my father was raising us alone. And my father always say, oh, I will do all my best, but please, you people should not disappoint me so that the people will not laugh at me. That was in my mind and it's still in my mind till now. We lost our way. We forgot our culture. How can parents sell their kids to themselves? True parents are to be blamed. Discipline begins at home. Yes, a lot of women, and I'm sorry, I said women, a lot of young girls that find themselves doing prostitution, selling their bodies in overseas. 80% of them, they got their parents approved. Most of the girls that was trafficked for prostitution, 80% got their parents approved. Their parents were informed of what their daughters are coming to do in Europe. In my state where I come from, our king in 2018 March, I can remember, the king of Edo State, Benin City, came out with all the ancestors and all the gods of the land. He came out to lay a curse to stop human trafficking of prostitution, human trafficking to do prostitution. He put a curse that any mother, any father, and anyone in Edo State, Benin City that would traffic any child to go and do prostitution abroad, he lay a curse in their life. Some of these mothers someone will come from abroad and say, oh, your daughter's breast is now very big. Oh, your daughter's shape is now shapy. This kind one, or you both go like him, or you both go like him. The mother will say, hey, so you both go like him. The father will say, hey, or you both go like him. So you can take her to abroad. Okay, take her now. Mommy, before I will take your daughter abroad, you people will go and take an oath. The mother of the child will follow them to the juju shrine and take oaths. Say, when you get there, you are going to pay me $60,000 or 60,000 euros with you doing the Olosho work, the Ashewo work. When you finish paying it, before you will be free. Imagine a young girl being trafficked for prostitution, and the parents, most of them, their parents are aware. Having to sleep with 20 men a day. Some of the men are spirits. Some of the men are ghosts, just to meet up the 60,000 euros. Disclaimer, please. If you come across this video and you have done that job before, I am not here to bring you down. I want to thank God for your life, and you have stopped it. May God continue to console you, and I wish you all the best of luck in everything you do. You were manipulated, you were bewitched, and you were being controlled and emotional blackmail from your parent. It is not your fault, and I'm happy that you survived. A lot of them died during this, doing those things. Most of the parents are aware of it, and somebody will tell me not to blame the parents. Why would I put all the blames on the parents when I know it happens from my state? Parents has failed their children. In Igbo community, I heard that the young boys, they are going to different countries to carry a powder, white, to do traffic of white and everything. Do you want to tell me that their parents are not aware? The western part, which is the Yoruba side, most of them are doing this ritual. It's Ibadan, anything Ibadan. Do you want to tell me, like these two boys now, do you want to tell me that their parents does not have the sign that their children are beginning to do things that is not supposed to do, that they are not supposed to do as a child? Train up a child the way it should grow, and when he grow, it will never depart away from it. That is what God said. But what are we doing? It is only how to make money that we are teaching our children. Go and make money. Why are you not making money? All your mates are making money. That is the only thing they care about. That is the only thing they care about. Shame unto those parents. For your selfish interests, you are destroying the next generation just because of your selfish interests. You brought these children to this life. Take the responsibility of raising them. They are not supposed to take care of you. You are supposed to raise them to become great so that you can benefit from them being great. Africans need to wake up. They all fight crime in Africa as one. Stop supporting evil deal done by our kids' child is to raise by, yes, our kids' child is raised by community. That's true. Very sad. Amazing people. And the good parents out there, the good mothers out there, we are not perfect. But I want to encourage us. We should always support our children mentally, emotionally, physically, encourage them and let them know that if I take the word of God, train them in the way of the Lord. We are not perfect. Sometimes we have our flops. Train them in the way of the Lord. Let them know the basic moral way they should grow. Let them know the good from the bad. Do not support them or try to cover up if they are doing bad. Scoot them immediately. Condemn it immediately. Whether in public, condemn it. Let them know. And when you are doing this, letting them know, also reflect on your life. I am trying to raise children to be good. Is my life a good example enough as a mother or as a father? It takes a good mother and a good father to be able to raise a moral child. If you are a single mother and you are bringing different men every day, you change men like rapper and you invite them to your home, your children are seeing it. They begin to see that it is normal. So when they grow up, a lion born a lion cannot born a snake. What you give birth to is your products. When they grow up and begin to exchange men, don't say it is wrong, because they will tell you, Mama, that was your life. I learned it from you. When you are a man and you are beating up your wife in front of your children, when they grow up beating their wife, or the daughters beginning to think that it is normal for their husband to beat them, you don't have a say over their life to say what you are doing is not good. Stop hitting your wife and you must leave an abusive marriage. You don't have a say, because they grow up seeing their father beating you and you were still stuck in there. And they grow up seeing you being abused. So it feels normal to them. So when you are impacting the moral lesson, the positivity into your child life, are you a reflection of what you're practicing? Are you a reflection of what you are practicing? Like I said in my vlog channel, Motherhood Talk, please go and subscribe to Motherhood Talk. We are bringing reality, true life story there. I say it. I did a topic about abusive husband. Do you know that some women cover up an abusive husband? They give excuses for abusive husband. They don't care about how the children are dealing with it. Do you know that when kids begin to see that their father is beating up their mother, or their mother is beating up their father, they begin to have a mental issue, depression. Children got depression too. Children also have feelings. Why are you still there? Why do you want to condemn the children's life just because you want to remain in marriage? Children that see their parents using a wire or any arch object to whip their mother, children like that can tie someone and feel it is normal. Especially when their father is threatening their mother all the time. I will tie you, I will unlife you, nothing will happen. The children are hearing it. So unlife is normal. The mistake, God, do not take kids. Someone was telling me that, Choice, you are living your life like the Western world, like the Westerners, that like the European. That is how I live my life. I don't believe in beating up a child. Don't try it. Even their father cannot. If their father do it, I'll put a boundary. No, you cannot beat my child. Let me talk to them. If you think, okay, you cannot have patience to talk, I will do it. I am ready to talk for 1 hour until my child see the reason why. I don't mind. But don't beat my child. Don't do it. Just leave her. Because I don't want the trauma. I still have this trauma in my head. Even when I say, okay, that is the only way my parents know how to discipline their children, by beating us up. Especially my mother, rest in peace. But I have grown up knowing that it still traumatized me. Like the story I gave in one of my live stream, where I had to fail my exam and then I had to remove the 1 out of the 21 out of 300 because I was afraid to go home with my results, that my parents are going to be mad at me. I went home, and before I went home, I removed the 1. I had to, because of fear, I removed it. When I got home, they beat the living daylight out of me. Up till now, it's still in my head, fresh, how they beat me. And because I was afraid to go and present my result because I didn't pass, and that was why I have that mind to be able to forge it. But they beat me up. And up till today, I have not recovered. I still talk about it. And I will never do my child like that. When your children are not doing good in school, you as a father or as a mother is there to encourage them. Give them an extra lesson. Be there for them. Learn with them in your free time. Encourage them. Let them know the reason why they should study. It's patient. Parenting is patience. Parenting is patient. And this is why I said it on my vlog channel, Motherhood Talk, that give birth to the one you can give birth to. When you give birth to the one that is so much you cannot control anymore, you will begin to lose parenting. And some people disagree with me. Oh, abortion is not good. I am not saying that abortion is a good thing if you can prevent being pregnant. But the thing is that if you're done having children and you know that that is the limit you can take, every human being have the limit they can take. Raising children is responsibility and is a hard work. It's so hard. It's niche einfach. Dutch say it's not easy. So it is 100% responsibility. It is a full-time job, 24/7 job for you to raise children. So if your limit is 3 children, stop. If your limit is 4, stop. If your limit is 6, stop. If you do more than your limit, you will get frustrated. You will get depressed. You will carry all your frustration and anger and start to maltreat your children. You will not even know when you start screaming and beating them up because it's so much. And that's why I said, if a wanted pregnancy mistakenly come, why not? In the Western world, in Germany, abortion is legalized. When you cannot do more than 4, go and remove it. I gave my opinion. People come to that video. Oh, it's a sin. It's a sin. It's a sin. It's a sin. But having children and not taking care of them, abusing them, making them to go into the world and start to do things that is not supposed to be, is that not a sin enough? Having children that you cannot take care of, You cannot pay school fees for them. You cannot feed them. You cannot do anything basic as a parent. Is that not a sin enough? Is that not sinful enough? Let us remove this hypocrisy from our life and be a good parent. Anyway, that's all of this video. Thank you everyone for joining me. I really do appreciate it. If you're just coming across my channel for the very first time, my name is Choice. And in this channel, all I do is trending topic on any celebrity gist, trending gist, any story going on social media. I bring it right here on this channel. So if you like it here, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on the bell notification. And I will see you in the evening, Nigeria time, 8 p.m. and Germany time, 9 p.m. for another discussion, another live stream. Please go and support my Motherhood Talk channel, where I sit down and bring true life story, reality talk, story time, spirituality, sex matter, and everything, marriage and relationship on that channel. If you like things like that, go and subscribe to Motherhood Talk, formerly Story of Motherhood TV. Thank you everyone for joining me. I will see you later in the night, later in the evening. Show love and not hate. Bye everyone. Good night from my side. No, good day from my side. Bye. Bye, Jessica Osas.